Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at the last of the Goku Family Day EZAs, and that is the Mystic Gohan unit. So we're taking a look at the Ultimate Power Up Ultimate Gohan. You can do his EZA through the Majin Buu Saga Extreme Z area. He is a Hybrid Saiyans category Ki +3 and HP attack and defense +77% lead. He's also a INT type Ki +3 and HP attack and defense of 50% lead. He raises his attack permanently on his super attack and causes supreme damage to the enemy while lowering their defense. In terms of his passive, he has attack and defense of 58%. with an additional attack and defense of 58% and a great chance of launching an additional super attack when there is another Goku's Family category ally attacking in the same turn. He also gains an additional attack and defense of 20% with each super attack performed, and he gives Goku's Family category allies Ki +1 and attack and defense of 20%. Now, whereas Goten and obviously Goku both kind of require each other, Goten needing a Trunks Kid or a Goku unit and Goku needing a Goten Kid unit on the team, Gohan is a lot different. Gohan pretty much just needs a Goku's Family member, which is pretty easy considering his link set. You're basically only going to want to link him with Goku's family members, and his passive is pretty nice. He has pretty much guaranteed additionals, or thereabouts, a 50% chance of a guaranteed super attack, 70% chance to launch an additional super attack, and he also, of course, does have a nice build. You can go full crit on him, which makes things a lot easier. In terms of links, he's Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, All in the Family, Shocking Speed, Power Bestowed by God, Supreme Power, and Shattering the Limit. Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Goku's Family, Siblings Bond, Revenge, Rapid Growth, Saviors, Powerful Comeback, and Entrusted Will are his categories, and those are pretty strong ones in general. So we're going to try him out on a Goku's Family team. Obviously that's pretty much his best team, mainly just because, obviously he benefits them from his support passive, but also he's got a lot of decent options there. I'm going to not link him with Goten or with Goku, even though they are technically his best linking partners. I thought we'd just try something else. The most important links for you to actually have active with Gohan are simply just All in the Family and Shattering the Limit. Basically, if you have those two, you're pretty much covered. Then, yeah, in terms of everything else, basically, as a unit, I think he's very, very solid. I think he brings a lot to the table, which is really, really good. Like, if you look at the way he's built, so obviously he's definitely a second slot unit, as most Goten, Goku, and Gohan are. You can see here we've got two links active. We've got 93,000 defense, and with All in the Family active, we have over 100k, which is decent. It's not necessarily the greatest, but it is decent. Remember, it's going to shoot up a lot when this guy supers. It's going to jump like very, very big, which I think is going to be very, very solid. Once he has everything calculated, he has a full 272% in terms of his passive, so that can be very, very strong very, very quickly. You can see here, so he's basically doing some pretty big damage, and because you can build him crit, that damage can all be crits, and you'll see him very quickly build up that attack and defense because he's guaranteed, got a 70% chance of firing that additional super. One thing I think they could have done to maybe just make him a little bit better overall, make him really top notch, is just raise defense for one turn on his super attack. I think raising defense for one turn on his super attack, especially since he is guaranteed an additional, would have been really good and would have just helped him out as a unit and made him look insanely solid. But for the most part, he does look really impressive. I really, really like how they all look together. I especially like his kit. I think he's very simple. I think he's the kind of unit that a lot of players can get behind. He starts a tad bit slow, but in the end he ends up being very, very strong, which for me, I personally quite like. I do like how he builds up. I like what he gets to. Here we've got him linked up. He's got 5 links now, which is great. He's got a bit of support, so he's at 170k. He's still got one more stack to build up, and yeah, he's gonna be close to that 200 it will be over 200k when he supers, which is very, very good. It's very, very solid. So for me, he's looking incredibly good. Obviously, All in the Family is a big part of that, and that's why it's so imperative to get it as a link for him, because it is going to be something that does change how he looks overall, which I think is great. So yeah, definitely looking very, very solid. And yeah, definitely he's doing quite well. He's looking very, very impressive. So we've got Goku here, helping just kind of set him up, and then we're gonna have Gohan do some pretty good damage. I think 2.3 million, very solid. Remember, he stacks attacks, so the attack will constantly rise. 2.8 million as well, very, very good. And he can do up to 3 supers in a turn as well if you get lucky, which is pretty good. So Gohan's looking really, really sharp. So as we can see from his stats, I mean, he does start off a little bit slow, but he can really build up to do quite well overall. He can look incredibly solid, and that constantly stacking attack does mean he's going to be a very good damage dealer in long events, although his defense doesn't necessarily hold up for at least like the hardest current events. But what I would say is definitely 100%. If they had made him raise defense for just one turn, I think he would have been fantastic. I think he would have done an exceptional unit, and he would have done an absolutely stellar job. But right now, he's still good. I think he's a very good unit. Is he worth your orbs? Not really. Back in the day, he used to be the best Ultimate Gohan in the game, and well, at least he would have been the best Ultimate Gohan in the game. But we've recently got a pretty good EZA to kind of cover that gap in team building. We have a great partner for the tech transforming Gohan now, which is fantastic, who shares more links than this Gohan. If you don't have the strength Gohan and you are looking for a good support partner for the tech transforming Gohan, then I would highly suggest picking this guy up. He's going to have 4 links with that Ultimate Gohan, and he's also going to be a support for him, which overall I think is a pretty good scenario. He also thrives in the second slot, whereas Tech Gohan thrives in the first slot. So I think overall that is a pretty nice combination. In terms of link skills, we've got Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, All in the Family, Shocking Speed, Power Bestowed by God, Supreme Power, and Shattering the Limit, all of which are pretty strong. In terms of their actual link leveling, nothing too major I would say here. Saiyan Lineage is a good one to link level through gaining extra ki and attack and defense. All in the Family does give you a little bit more defense. Shattering the Limit gives you a little bit more defense. Supreme Power gives you a little bit more defense. Shocking Speed gives you a little bit more defense. So he does have some, defense to gain from his passive, which I think is always a good thing. Like, I think it's always good that units gain defense from their passive, and if you do level him, you are probably going to get him to over 200k, which is a pretty good mark, if not a great mark. So pretty solid point for him at that time. But yeah, overall I think he's got a lot of decent linking options, a lot of free-to-play decent linking options. If you go through the route of Shattering the Limit, if you go through all those sort of things, it really does help him out a lot. Shattering the Limit's a great link for him. All in the Family is obviously a great link for him defensively. Saiyan Lineage and Saiyan Warrior Race are fairly common. Power Bestowed by God's a little bit kind of unorthodox, especially in the manner in which you'll probably use this unit, but he does obviously share that with Ultimate Gohan units, so that does help him out, especially the tech one once he's transformed. And then of course you still have Supreme Power as well, which, although not a highly common link, is common amongst Majin Buu Saga units, so that does help him out a little bit there. I think overall this guy is a pretty solid unit. I do like him. I do like what he brings to the table. I think he's nice and simple. I think he brings exactly what you need. I don't think he does like tons. He's not like a Master Roshi unit where he brings stunning and revival and sealing and evasion and a lot of cool interesting things. He's more a unit that I think is decent through simplicity. You get pretty high chance of getting 2 supers every turn with him. He can reach a very nice point very quickly through those 2 supers, and you can build him very simply. Full crit, and he'll do some pretty decent damage with those additional supers and his stacking attack. he'll be able to do some decent damage. He'll be a great unit to pick up for things like the original Legendary Goku event and things like that. I think overall, very, very good unit, very solid unit, and I like what he brings to the table. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we need to kind of focus on for now. I think you can kind of pick up on what units are good and what units are bad. Obviously, Goku Angel and Goten Kid are the best units to link with him, but he doesn't activate their full passive, which I think is a bit pointless. I think they could have at least done that with those two units, and might as well just make all three really synergize well with each other, at least, you know, to give all of them more options. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, bye.